There's a moment in The Witcher 3 that many players remember vividly, but rarely talk about comfortably. Not a great battle, not a monster hunt, not even the end of the world. It is the moment a man hangs from a tree. No epic fanfare, no heroic music, only silence and consequences. His name is Phillip Strenger. Most know him as the Bloody Baron. And depending on your choices, he either walks away broken but alive, or he never walks away at all. This is not a story about a villain, and it's not a story about a hero. This is a story about a man who did terrible things and suffered terribly because of them, and why The Witcher 3 refuses to forgive him. When the players first meet the Bloody Baron, he does not look like a tragic figure. He looks like a tyrant, a drunken warlord squatting in a stolen castle, a man who beats his soldiers, threatens peasants, and treats human life as something cheap and disposable. From the outside, Phillip Strenger is easy to hate, and that is intentional. The Witcher 3 introduces him not as a victim, but as an obstacle, a man with power, a man with secrets. The only reason Geralt tolerates him at all is because he might know where Ciri is. But slowly, painfully, the mask begins to crack. Through scattered dialogue, through broken drunken confessions, through the remnants of a family that no longer exists, we learn the truth. That the Bloody Baron was once a husband and a father, and that he destroyed both roles with his own hands. He beat his wife, he drank himself into rages, he turned domestic arguments into nightly terror, and one night, in fear and desperation, Anna fled. She lost a child, a miscarriage caused not by monster, but by a man, and in The Witcher 3, monsters are rarely the most dangerous thing in the room. Here is where The Witcher 3 does something bold. It does not ask you to forgive the Baron, it asks you to understand him. The game gives him pain, regret, shame. We see the aftermath of violence rather than the violence itself. The empty rooms, the abandoned toys, the guilt that festers instead of heals. And through careful pacing, the game places his worst sins in the past and his suffering in the present. This is not an accident. This is empathy by design. The Baron is not framed as a triumphant abuser, he is framed as a defeated one, a man haunted by what he cannot undo, and the danger of this framing is that it works. Players begin to feel for him, even when they know they should not absolve him. That discomfort, the emotional contradiction, is the exact point. Nothing represents the Baron's sin more literally than the botchling, a cursed infant, born of violence, resurrected as horror. The botchling is not just a monster, it is the physical manifestation of abuse, of neglect, of a child who was never given a chance to live. And the player must make a choice: kill it, or try to save its spirit through a dangerous ritual. There is no heroic option here, only damage control, and this is critical. The Witcher 3 never allows you to erase the Baron's crime, only to decide how much more damage follows it. Even mercy comes at a cost. The turning point of the Baron's story is not his past, it is your choice. The children in Crookback Bog, the spirit in the tree, the crones. Save the orphans and damn Anna. Save Anna and doom the orphans. This is not a moral puzzle, it is a moral execution. And whatever the player chooses, the Baron pays. If Anna dies, he hangs himself. If Anna lives, she is broken in mind, and the Baron carries her away, not into peace, but into lifelong penance. There is no victory here, only aftermath. Most video games love redemption. A big emotional apology, a heroic sacrifice, a clean emotional slate. The Witcher 3 refuses to give the Bloody Baron that gift. He does not die a hero, he does not become a better man, he does not undo what he has done. At best, he survives with the full weight of his sins intact. At worst, he cannot live with them. This is not a redemption, this is consequence. The most uncomfortable truth about the Bloody Baron is that his story is not fantastical. There is no magic solution to abuse, no miracle cure, no romantic healing arc. There's only trauma and the people it fractures. The Witcher 3 understands this. It does not ask Anna to forgive, it does not ask the player to excuse. It only asks, what does the damage look like when the violence stops? And the answer is devastating. The Bloody Baron is not remembered because he is evil, he is remembered because he is human. Because his sins feel real, his guilt feels real, and his ending feels painfully unresolved. There is no emotional reward, only reflection. And that is why his story lingers, not as a tale of monsters, but as a warning. In a world full of sorceresses, kings and demons, the Bloody Baron remains one of the most terrifying things The Witcher 3 ever created. A man who could not outrun himself. Hello and welcome to the section after the video. If you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. I truly hope you enjoyed this one, and if you did, please consider subscribing for more documentary style content like this. It means so much. You might have noticed that uploads have been slightly less frequent lately, and that's because I've been extremely busy with uni work. At the time of writing this, I have 4 big reports due in within the next 2 weeks, so things have been a bit intense. Because of that, I've decided to shift to a new upload schedule, 1 video per month, releasing on the very last day of each month. That way I can keep the quality high without burning myself out and hopefully without failing my degree. I hope you had a great Christmas, and I wish you a happy new year because this is releasing on the 31st of December. Thank you for your patience and your understanding, and I'll see you in the next one.